Imagine this. You have found your dream home. It is exactly what you've wanted, that you've always wanted, the area that you've wanted, whether that's the hill country of Folsom, it's Old Covington, it's the French Quarter, it's uptown New Orleans. It could be, doesn't matter where it is, it's your dream home. And yet you have a home that you have to sell. So how do you get that done? How do you buy the dream home and sell this home and not lose the dream home either, right? You don't want somebody else to come in and scoop it up. Or here's a different scenario. Imagine you just want to move. You need more space because you have a growing family. You have 6 kids, right? Or even 3 kids, doesn't matter, but you need more space. And yet it's like, holy cow, how are we going to keep this place clean and live in this and work and still try to sell this home? Or you have 10 dogs, or you've been living in your existing home for 40 years and you have so much stuff. It's like it's overwhelming you and you can't figure out how in the world am I going to buy the next place and keep your sanity, right? So today we're going to share 3 ways to get that done. Now, this is a redo of a video I did a couple of years ago, and I wanted to remake it simply because there are some new tools in the toolbox. There are some new ways to get it done in terms of financial systems to make that happen. So if you're ever kind of like, well, what should I do? And you just need that outside, just an objective opinion, your CPA, your financial advisor, a great realtor, and a great lender can help you do all that. So just as a side. So 3 things, let's get started. All right, number 1 is the most traditional way. I found the home, I'm gonna write an offer on that home, and it's called an open contingency or an open predication, all right? And then I'm gonna buy your home, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, and I'm gonna buy your home once I sell my home. And a lot of times that actually happens in the same day, where in the morning you sell your home and then you buy the next home later that morning or early afternoon. And you're moving your moving truck from one house to the next. And that's great. So pros there is you're not paying 2 mortgages, right? That's the upside. The downside is that you have this contingency period where literally another buyer can come in and write an offer and kind of get it out from under you. Or if you're in a very competitive market, or it just happens to be that house that it's a lot of dream homes, it's a lot of other people's dream home, and there's multiple offers on it, and you have to write a contingency offer, that open predication, right? There's a good chance you come up on the short end of the stick and don't get the home because somebody else doesn't have to do that to buy the home. So that's option number 1 is the open predication, open contingency, right? Again, you're buying that home once your current home sells. So option number 2 is a bridge loan, kind of an old term that people are familiar with. So a bridge loan is literally bridging you from your current home to the new home. And so it is you get the home that you want, all right? Or you're making it a lot easier to move for you because you don't have to coordinate showings with all the kids or the dogs or whatever your situation is. The downside is that bridge loans are very expensive. In fact, they're almost like this antiquated product, what I'm going to share with you in option number 3. However, they still do exist. People still use them. And a way to kind of get around that is you can do maybe a leaseback where you allow the seller of your new home, call it the dream home, you allow them to lease the property back from you for 2 or 3 months. That way they're paying your note in terms of rent for you. And that way you've got the dream home and you're not saddled with paying 2 mortgage payments. So that is option number 2. So option number 3 is my new favorite and is literally buy before you sell. I mean, that's actually the name of the program that our company, Envoy Mortgage, has. And there are other ones out there. These have evolved just from demand in the marketplace for financial institutions to find ways to help buyers get into the home that they want to buy with less stress when they have another home they have to sell. So the buy before you sell, just as a first example, all right, on your debt to income ratio, your list of debts when you apply for a mortgage, it's going to show your existing mortgage. What the buy before you sell does in Envoy, it basically temporarily removes that debt of the mortgage off of your income, and then It frees it up to allow you to buy the next house. All right. So you literally buy the next house, and then you basically have 6 months to sell your existing home. So you buy the home, you've got the dream home, you move out, you clean up your existing home, just, touch up paint. And then you have 6 months from the point you bought the dream home to go ahead and sell that home and get that closed. Extensions are available. We've done this actually a couple of times the last year. One was just because the family it was logistically easier for them to buy the next house, fix it up the way they wanted, then they can move in to their new home. The other folks that used it they just had a lot of pets, and it just made it a whole lot easier for them to buy the new home, move the pets into the new home, and then do any fix-ups and touch-ups that they needed to do. So it's a great program. It's also very inexpensive to use. In other words, you're not paying an exorbitant interest rate like a bridge loan, and you're just getting a regular mortgage on your next home. So it's pretty darn easy to use and inexpensive for what the product is. There are other companies out there like NAF, New American Funding has something called NAF Cash, where they're actually buying the house for you cash, and then you're leasing it back from them until you sell your existing home. That also has 6 months for you to sell your existing home. And they also do give extensions as well if it takes longer to sell the existing home. Just a couple of tools out there that I felt like really required an update, because financially it makes it a whole lot easier if you're in that camp that's like, yeah, I really want to buy my next home before I sell the other one and just move in, because my life is so much easier like that. Because let's face it, sometimes moving, it's not convenient, and sometimes it's a hassle, packing up and all that stuff. So whatever can make the process smoother, and this is the way to get it done. It really is. And we have a lot of happy clients that have benefited from something like this. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. There's a link below for Envoy Mortgage. You can reach out to Todd. Or if you have any questions about any of this, we're happy to help. We're always here for you. Just feel to reach out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.